Hi guys, how are you doing? How's your day going? What do you think about my glasses? Age is knocking up. These are my bifocal glasses. How are you doing? How is your day going? I hope your day is going well. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying your day? I hope you are. Today I'm home. Are you okay? I hope you are. I'm keeping this thing going. New hairstyle, new video. I did my hair. I'm doing too much work. So how is your day going? How are you doing? What have you done this morning? I've done my morning things. But I haven't eaten because I have appointment to go do blood work. My yearly physical. So I haven't eaten yet. But when I come back in, I'll devour. How are you doing? How is everything? Looks like this thing is clouded. Does it look better? I hope your day is happy, joyous, fun. Are you glad? How is everything? By the way, have you seen the African leader that is like, it seems like he's everywhere? From Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Toure. I think it's Toure, but it's pronounced differently. Toure. I know we got it. I know we have it in us to be good leaders. I know we do. I'm not from Burkina Faso, but I am from Africa. Bottom line. I know we can do the same thing like any other country would. I know we are able to. It used to bother me when I was a little kid. You see, when I say I don't want to know some things, if I don't want to, that's where it stems from. When I was a little girl growing up in my country, there's so many things I liked. The freedom, you go outside, you play and all of that. But there was one thing that used to bother me. Sometimes the tap will just shut off. So then therefore we'll have to go fetch water because except you're really, really rich, Then you have a tank to store water. My father was working in a really good job, really, but he was single for a long time. And when he eventually, anyway, that's his personal life. So, what I'm trying to say is his job would have given us, was capable of giving us a very better, we were okay, we're very, very better um, lifestyle, really, because his job was like those great jobs he was doing. But anyway, he wasn't necessarily mismanaging his money, but you know, men, they need good women for them to, I don't know. But we had the opportunity to live better than we were living. We're not suffering. We're not suffering, really. So anyway, so when the taps were shut off, now we'll have to go fetch water. That used to bother me every time. Every time. It used to bother me when I was little then. I'm like, why should we be suffering for water? When it's raining or it's sunny. Why is there not a system wherein every home is required to come with a tank? I don't care whether you're rich or poor. Why is that not happening? It rains, the water is not captured, it's stored. They should have a system to do that. It's waste, it runs through the roads and it's gone. Then I have myself and other kids, other people have to go fetch water and carry it on our head. It used to bother me. I'm like, this is common sense. We shouldn't have to worry about water. So that used to bother me when I was a little kid. So to not let it bother me more than the way it was, I shut that off. I didn't want to know. If there's no water, go get water. I don't want to know what the government is doing. I just shut that off. Because there are so many things that we have in Africa, even in my country. Gold, diamond, rutile, bauxite, all of these things. So why are the people suffering? It just used to bother me when I was little. It used to bother me. I was almost like in my own world, really. I just didn't get it. I'm like, we are too rich for anybody to be suffering in this country. And I was a little girl, little, was in school. So to not feel the pain, I shut that off. I didn't want to know. I don't want to know. Not out of don't care, but out of managing my pain, my frustration, my disappointment, without hating people. Because I just didn't get it. And we used to have like we have many relatives that were in politics and stuff. I used to have one particular one. He was nice. I won't call his name. He was nice. He was nice to everybody. He has a day in a week when poor people will go in and by his office from a line. He will give them money. He will send people to school and pay their school fees and all. He was a good man. He was a good man, even to us. His wife was not. His wife was not that nice. So I stopped going there. But he was nice. But then I used to wonder, instead of feeding people, why don't people create a means where people can go work and feed themselves? Because it means every week they have to come. But if you show them where they need to go and do it themselves, that's a lifelong process. So anyway, I was not happy with how it was managed, how the country was managed with all the natural resources we had. We have. I still don't get it. We go to Dubai and stuff. That's a desert. Look how they've made it to be. You know what I mean? How can we have all these resources and not being able to manage it? so that people can live a relatively good life. I just didn't get it. We have too many resources. So why are people suffering? Anyway, it really bothered me growing up. So that's where I can develop this don't want to know. Because sometimes when you don't know stuff, it doesn't bother you. I just stay out of it. But the obvious was still obvious. We have natural resources. We are rich. So I want to manage it. So seeing Mr. Abraham Toure doing what he's doing for his country, I hope every leader in our countries just see that as an example, like, yeah, we can too. We come over in this white man's country, we're working so hard. What if we apply that same determination? You don't think we'll be able to live better lives back then? Because we even have 4 climatic conditions, really. See that it's raining or it's sunny. Here we have summer, winter, 4. So we actually have half the problem that they have. We don't have to worry about winter and snow and plowing and all of that. And then some of the dangers that do happen. Sometimes there are death and stuff like that, accidents and stuff. I am so scared to drive in winter. We don't necessarily have it. I know I saw a video a couple of weeks ago where it's like I think it was snow somewhere. I don't know if it was my country. And hail in my country. That's strange, but the weather pattern is changing. But primarily, I just think we have 2 climatic conditions. I mean, we have around Christmas time, you have like we call harmattan, which is like dry, your lips are chopped and stuff. You need to moisturize it frequently than normal. So we have basically 2 raining season or dry season. Why aren't we able to manage those 2 seasons by properly utilizing our limited, our natural, not limited, it's unlimited, because it's natural, God gave it to us. Our unlimited natural resources, why aren't we able to manage it effectively? Why? Well, we ever doubt that we're capable, Mr. Toure, Abraham Toure, is reminding us like, no, it's just the willingness to do it. It's just the willingness for us to do it. Because we have it. Why aren't we doing it? Why? We're losing our people go there and get our resources. I used to have one lecturer. I was in his class for one of those law classes, and he embarrassed me in my class, actually. And he talked about it like throughout that semester with him. It really hurts me when I was in his class. But what can you do to your professor that will be grading your papers? You can, I mean, at one time I had to respond though, but you can only do so much. He was talking, he finally knew when he knew where I was from, Sierra Leone. Then he was like, oh, Sierra Leone. He's a white guy. Sierra Leone. The kids in the village don't even have football. We had to take them football because him and his brother, and I think another couple of his friends, were going to my country to go buy some diamonds. Now imagine, he's going to my country to go buy some diamonds, and he's laughing at me that my country is poor. But you're going to my country to go buy in deflated prices, I will assume, to go buy my diamonds, my country's diamond. And then you think I am poor. My country is poor. How do you manage that? At one point I had to tell him, like, my country is not poor, that's where you're going to go get the diamonds. So it's just a matter of the country being mismanaged. It's not poor. You're going there to go get the diamonds. What are you gonna do with the diamonds? You're gonna sell them and make yourself rich. So you think my country is poor? My country is not poor. We just need leaders like now Mr. Abraham. You know what I mean? But he really made me feel bad in that class. And I couldn't drop the class. It was past time for me to drop it. I could have just dropped it and take another class anyway. But if I had dropped the class, then I would have had to pay for it and pay for the one I'm going to choose. It didn't make sense to me. Of course, it wouldn't make sense to any rational person. But yeah, I had to tell him that my country is not poor. That's where you're going to go get the diamonds. So, to make yourself rich or richer, because I hope his practice is good, because he was already a lawyer. He was just one of my professors. You know, we have the natural resources. Why aren't we managing it so that people don't have to suffer? Somebody want to travel out of the country, they can. People can move around if they want, but not because their country is poor. When they have all the natural resources that God has given them, they just need people like Mr. Abraham to put those resources into good use so everybody enjoys it. So it's really nice to see people doing the right thing. Because Africa is a nice place to live. Less stress. Less stress. If it can just be effectively managed, eh? I won't say people won't travel out of the country or out of the continent, but it won't be as much like people are doing. But it's easier back home. It has its downsides, of course, but if the basic things are in place, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to live or you don't want to live. But kudos to the president of Burkina Faso. They have other developed countries, though, really. Nigeria, they have all their Karabukaraba, but they too are developed. Guinea, they too are developed. I was surprised when I went there. I'm like, they too are developed. They hardly travel. If they travel, mostly they just go to France, the Guineans. I mean, they are everywhere, of course, but mostly to France. They are developed. So I hope every African country follow the example of Abraham. Money. Abraham, my daughter. Abraham Toure. In using what God has blessed us with to bless the people. I hope so. So that the kids in our countries, it's like my country, don't have to feel the frustration that I felt to go fetch water by force. I did it like that. It didn't happen all the time, but just sometimes. Imagine you want to go to school and you have to go fetch water first. Then you shower, then you go to school. And I have to shower in the morning. And I have to shower in the... That's why I came for, like, I shower when I go to school. Before I go to school, then when I come from school, I wash my... But it was white shirt and blue skirt. Then I have to wash my white stuff. I didn't have just one, but I still have to wash it. So imagine if you have to do that. I mean, you're not alone. You go with your friends or stuff like that. So you're never, like, alone. But I didn't like it. Because we have the opportunity for that to not be an option. You can capture the water. When it's rain, capture it, put the drainage into a tank. Find a way to purify the water. The government come up with a system so that people don't have to suffer unnecessarily. So when I had to do that, it really bothered me a lot. It really bothered me. I didn't like it. I'm like, we're too rich to be this poor. We're too rich. So I'm really happy and appreciative. I see his video. Each of his videos I see when they talk about him, I like it. I'm like, this is just it. It's just not being selfish or get distracted, but get in that position of the leader of that country, of a country, and try to fix the needs of the people. Try to reduce their suffering. That's what leadership is. It's to reduce the suffering of the people. It's not to enrich yourself, not to marinate yourself in wealth and power, but instead to figure out what's this bothering these people that I need to fix while I'm here. When your time is up, you leave. And he's going so fast to train the young people, the leaders of tomorrow. That's one thing also that is very good. You not just go in there and fix everything, and then when you leave, who's going to manage it? It will just return back to where you met it. So you train people to continue, like transferring the touch. You train people, the little ones that are coming, the ones that the generation after you. You train them so that they can carry the touch while you're no longer there. And he's doing that. He's creating training areas. People can train. That's the thing. May God bless him. May God bless and give us more leaders like him, each and every country in that continent of mine. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Let's not make it so miserable that people are forced to leave. And we come here and be working our butt out. People should live because they want to, not because they feel like where they are is hell. We can do it. If he can do it, if Burkina Faso can do it, even Nigeria, every other African country should be able to do it. Even in desert places, if you dig deep, there's water. The coast is sitting on water. So if we just work hard, we'll get water. Those are like the basic things of life. Let's try to get those things in order. Country is improving. My country is improving, I must say. It's not the way I left it before. I pray that our leaders can focus more on elevating the suffering of its people than anything else. If you don't understand, I hope you look at Burkina Faso and copy. You know what I mean? We have all that it takes and more. We can do it. Africa, we can do it. Okay? All right. That's my thoughts for this morning. That we can do it. We have all it takes. God give us the blessing of the natural resources. Even as my professor made me feel bad in my class by telling me my country is poor when he's going there to go. And he said it in the class that he's going there to go buy diamond. He's been there several times. He goes there to buy diamond. Look at him. He went there to get the diamonds. Then he's telling me my country is poor. That even slapped me in the face. I'm like, this is what I'm saying. We don't manage our resources now. Look what this guy is telling me in his country. He said my country is poor, but he's going there to go buy the diamond. Because we don't know what to do with our diamonds, that's why. See, it's frustrating you. You people that are in power, please. Get to know the people's problem and try to solve it so that everybody can enjoy the blessing that we have. Burkina Faso has gold and other things. Now look at one gentle young man is doing in that country. Even I'm not a Burkinabe. I'm a proud citizen of Africa. So I'm a part of Burkina Faso. The rest of you guys, let's follow suit. Let's work together and develop our continent. We have all that it takes. Find the right places to export our goods in the right interest and stuff. Bring the profit back to the country and invest it in the people. Make the lives of our people better. Please. All right. This is the one's a sad, angry girl at our government that is now a woman, knowing that we can do it. Let Burkina Faso be the inspiration, if you don't have one, to follow suit, please. All right. I hope you have a nice day. I hope everyone have a great day. I hope we find solutions to whatever our problem is, inconvenience, or the stepping stone to our victory. May we all find peace, joy, happiness in our lives. Why? Because we're special. I hope you have a great day. I hope the Lord bless Mr. Abraham and all the leaders that are making the lives of their people better. Okay? Well, I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to you later. Be happy. Be blessed. Have fun. Love yourself. Love others. And stay blessed. Okay? Alright. I'll talk to you later. Take care, buddies. Enjoy my classes. Alright. Bye for now.